Hi, welcome. I actually didn't even mean to come live yet. My lips are burning. That's a message. Give me a minute, like literally like a minute or two. I have to cleanse these. Max, no. Okay. Hi. Okay. Let me plug you guys in. Let me plug you in. Okay. So, interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. Hello. Hi. How is everybody? Oh my gosh, I feel like you're super low. Low. Apple bottom jeans and the boots with the fur. Okay. Oh my gosh. Lips are burning. Let's just get this one out of the way. I want to say I went to bed like this or I woke up like this. Belief they hold and speak. What? A belief they hold and speak out that, as it hits my ears, sounds very much like God's power isn't alive and active, at least for us. What? We have 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen. It's almost like it could say spiritually, what does a mouth represent per se? Consumption, speech, breath, romance. It's communication, interaction, almost the door to the soul. As the mouth is a river, it assumes the meaning of door or gate, which leads access to another realm of existence. Okay. So this, glasses, new glasses. I lost a pair at a concert. I need the fan on me. I ordered these, but I can see out of them, but it went up like 2 notches, and I only wanted to go up 1 notch. And when I went back and looked why these were ordered is because they said, oh, we don't have the prescription one you want. So instead of putting it on back order, how about you just don't send them out? Right? How about ask me like, hey, do you want these? Like, are you still good with this even though we don't have yours anymore? But the crazy thing is, I can see. Not that I can see better or see less. I'm assuming it's going to be better. So yeah, I'm rocking 2 pairs of glasses right now. This has to do with my messages last night. Let me get the fan. Okay, so back to the burning mouth. It's not a burning mouth, it's burning lips. Okay. And it's not mundane and basic. Okay. That's not the case. The only thing I can find is what does the mouth represent spiritually? But I feel like spirit's like, yeah, there's something here with the mouth being the river. It assumes the meaning of the door or the gate that leads to another realm or of existence. And this makes sense. So last night, I'm going to talk about these galactic messages that I had the question mark and I meant to switch that because I wouldn't say this is a questionable read. Okay. Some might say it's not a questionable read, but it's not to me. So I'm going to go with Galactic Messenger. Messages. Usually do Cosmic, but I feel like it's Galactic Messages. Okay, so here's the thing. Well, I just want to like swap them out if I need to. Like, I don't want these to kind of give me like a headache. I literally just threw them on, right? So it's like 2 notches compared to these ones. That's a big move, right? So for eyes, that's a big move. You can strain your eyes. I'm not trying to fucking strain my eyes right now. And they're straining. Okay. So it's probably good for like maybe reading or the whatever. I completely forgot I was kind of going within meditating. I wouldn't call it meditating. I don't know what I'd call it. I did like a Courtney move last night before I was going to bed. And sometimes I'll put my crystals on my third eye. I wouldn't recommend that for everybody. I've been doing that for a while. Okay. But again, I would not recommend that for everybody. And it's the first time I did it with my new crystal that I got a couple months ago. Let's put that one. So what I was more or less seeing, okay. Which one's the red planet? It's not Jupiter, is it? Which planet is red? Mars. You need water. In my visions, presidential, I almost said. That's fucking sharp. So I kind of saw a red planet, but it was telling me Jupiter, but I questioned Mars. Okay. Anywho, so there might be some type of conjunction with Mars right now. I'm not really sure. Lips are burning again. So it's absolutely here. It's galactic. So what I mean by a field. So for those who don't know what I'm talking about, and you're just jumping on, in my community page in the channel, where I post, things. I had visions last night, premonitions, 2 or 3 flying saucers, UFOs coming towards us, Earth. We can discuss later. I'm not seeing threatening energies, so I hope all is safe when this occurs. Why does it keep doing that? Also, we're seeing tall grass in a field of wildfires. Wildflowers. Lily of the Valley and water lilies kept coming to me, and they were yellow water lilies. Also, strong indication of purple. So that's what this read is kind of regarding right now. And I got to do a time limit because I gotta cook the steaks tonight because I cook them on the grill the best. So, and then we'll come back. So it's kind of like the grass, but the grass I'm getting is like green grass grows all around, and the green grass grows all around. It's like the wheat looking the barley. But I was also seeing stuff that you see in like water shooting out from ponds. I forget what they're called. Looks like a big, huge pussy willow, but it's not a little pussy willow. But then I was seeing the color purple, so prominent in it. I thought I was definitely seeing purple wildflowers, but I was calling them lily of the valley. Lily of the valley is one of my favorite flowers, and it didn't even occur to me last night as like I'm going through the crystal thing I was doing, and whatever comes to me, and that's not what I was seeing, but definitely like a little tiny purple flower. So I don't know if it's a normal purple flower that goes in a field. But then water lilies were really strong, like next to lily pads. And so I don't know if it's like marshy, swampy area, but I saw like the UFOs, like the saucers, but I almost feel like it was like it was pulling me to Star Wars, like spaceships, like inside is humongous. You would never even know, like a 5-star hotel. You know what I mean? And they were coming right to Earth. And I completely spaced it. And then I turned on one of Natalie's videos because they were astro chats. I can get down with the astro chats. This was like part 2 of Leo. And she starts talking about what I think she's talking about is UFOs, but she's not calling it out. She's not quite sure. And it is something like over water she was saying, thinking that maybe it had something to do with like politics, this and that. She could be looking at it as like a galactic attack type thing on the on karma. She could be interpreting it like that because she wasn't sure and she kept getting pulled to the politics, and she was saying USSR, but she doesn't know what that is. And um so I don't know which part, so the Soviet Union, right? But anywhere around there, there's so many different. I just looked it up to be exact, and there's 15 republics of the USSR. Okay, it does have something to do with something that's happening possibly over there. Where are the Olympics being held next? She didn't mention the Olympics. We looked up this the other day. No, Paris. Okay, so I'm hearing no for Paris when it comes to that. So there is something with Russia going on here too. But when I was writing that to you guys, I really felt like, and I got the goosebumps, the way I said it, they don't mean any harm. So they're not here for the collective. It's not like a round of karma. Like they're here for the collective, but not like in a karmic sense. So to me, it's not threatening. But as I write it as threatening, I almost feel like I hope our countries or certain things don't try shooting them down. They see it as a threat. I just feel like I just hope they would never do that. But some countries might do that if they have an opportunity to do that. And actually, Russia strikes me as a fucking country right now that might actually fucking do that. But I feel like this is going to be in your face. It's going to be so public. They might use the excuse shooting down missiles, but it's not. These are going to be clearly. It is so clear that you're going to see these, what you would call UFOs. And I think there's going to be 2 of them over a field, and I think they're going to be low. People are going to see them. They'd be okay. And as soon as Natalie started talking about that, I was like, holy shit. So this is why sometimes I still listen to Natalie, guys. It's the blatant obvious that I even forget about sometimes when I'm doing a crystal meditation like that. Crystal channeling, how, but I also feel like the Galactic is here too, to also certain groups, federations, organizations. We talked about it. That's been coming up. So I think if anything, the Galactic is here to I think if anything, they would take out the bad guys. I don't think they have intention though on, well, they do have intention, but it's also being told don't see it as a threat. So I feel just imagine a country trying to shoot down a UFO with a missile because they can, or take it down so they can at least get their hands on it, not blow it into shreds, but enough to get their hands on it, right? The Galactic's pretty fucking intelligent. So if they feel threatened, they might take something out first. So I'm kind of getting mixed messages in regards to that, but I'm it's coming. It's not going to be something that is kept hidden. It won't be able to be kept hidden. Okay. So I don't know. What are we going to do? Wake up one day and be like, holy shit, spaceship is now shooting fucking missiles at fucking countries. Guys, I don't even know what to say. It sounds so out there. I don't even know if that's a thing. Well, I'm sure it's a thing. but it's not a thing we've ever experienced or seen. So I know months ago we were talking about like, oh, they're coming and they're going to start making themselves known. This is on a whole nother fucking level. So I don't know if they're actually going to be incognito and nobody knows where these missiles come from, but they're about to take some shit out. And it's to help the collective. Like, they know who to target. And I know that sounds crazy and it sounds like I'm making it sound like it's okay. But to me, you know, it is okay. You know? So something's definitely going to be illuminated. There's no question. I just, for some reason, I feel like it's going to be seen in the public eye. Or is it like they're going to come in incognito and take out? They might come in incognito too, and we're hearing about it. I don't think it's like one of these things like, all right, court, tell the collective we're going to see some crop symbols, and no, they're fucking way over that. Okay, they don't need to do any crop burnings anymore. They're just going to start coming in, making their way, and doing what they got to do, because they obviously have something that other people can't take out. So it's pulling me to Nat again. I was like, oh, Mingya, here we go. Me and Nat are starting to talk about the same thing again. I don't think she realized she was talking about UFOs. If anybody saw those particular messages. And I'm looking at these as like starships. Like intergalactic starships. Like, here comes the Galactic. Like, I'm telling you. And they're also binging certain people. And I don't know what that means. Like, average Joes, they're going to start binging you. Bing, 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 bing. And so they're here. So if you have any karmic energy around you, they're gonna get that karmic energy right away from you. That's another message you need to be aware of. Okay. Not just spirit anymore. You have the Galactic. If the Galactic are targeting you as a good person and they're gonna start binging you, like meaning in a good way, watch out for anyone around you that thinks they can fuck with you, because I can see the Galactic pissed right now. The Orions, yeah. Orion. And that has a lot to do. I don't think it has well, it could have been because of Lion Gate, the gate last night, and the portals and certain stuff. But that's just like a new beginning. But they're gonna stop binging people, and the average Joes and Karens, and certain starseed families. A majority of you, I'm assuming, are part of my starseed family, which is part of the Orion's belt. And that's they're not messing around anymore. Like stuff where spirit would try to handle it. Ooh, goosebumps on my head. Stuff where spirit's trying to handle it, like whatever galactic starseed family you're with is gonna knock that shit out of the ballpark. People, places, or things. So It might be incognito, so there might be some missiles. There might be stuff. Stuff might start getting blown up, and nobody knows where it's coming from. That's the Galactic, and they're coming in, and I want to say there's definitely something with the full moon. Natalie was saying like Taurus season, this not like no. I think it's this full moon. Like they're coming in. It might even be the Aquarian full moon. So I think whatever this is going to go down in the next week or two, because they're here now. I don't know if they used the portal. I don't think they need to use that particular portal. They might. And they sure as fuck made it through that portal. So I can't foresee how this is going to go down, but I will tell you, if you're part of this particular galactic starseed family and you're going to start getting binged, okay, you might noticing a lot of people around you are no longer there, or you're not going to want anything to do with other people. Like I think it would be obvious. I don't think it's going to be like gentle and like it's not going to go down like that. I don't think it's going to be like a transformation overnight. Like one day you like this person and the next day you hate them. I mean, it could be. I don't think so. I'm not sure. I think for me, it's more with them being here. They're doing more than calling their soul group, their soul family. Okay. They made it through that portal. And if you're on the fucking list of family, there's no question you're getting banged. And they're going to start taking out things that don't belong here anymore. And I honestly think the collective, I don't even think it's like it needs to be scary like that. I think it's going to be like they're going to start taking out things that can take us out. Like we can't retaliate because we don't have the right equipment to retaliate, or it comes in too quick, or it comes in incognito. Like it makes it through the grid. It makes it through sonar. See what I'm saying? So I think might in the next couple weeks, I'd probably say maybe in the next week. I don't know if it's going to be big facilities. There's going to be certain stuff, random things just blowing up. I don't know if it's going to be able to be caught on any of the scales or, the space stuff. And if it is caught, they're not going to tell the public. They think it's extraterrestrial. That's a given, right? She did mention travel too. Do be careful with some travel, because if you have huge technology like that flying around in our solar system right now, it's undetected, but it can definitely interfere with technology. So I would be careful with travel in the next week or two, especially plane, things like that. Now, if you already have a business trip, this and that, like, please don't panic. I'm so interested in she started talking about this at the end of part 2 of the read, and then came back and didn't really talk about it again, as if like it got shut down. Like it got cut off and then it got shut down. And then it's almost like pinged me to be like, holy shit, that happened last night. I don't know what the whole thing with water is. She made it sound like something was underwater and it's coming above water and it's now in the air. I'm not getting that vibe at all. So she could be picking up on something I am not picking up on yet. because we're working with the same Palladian council, you know. But I can't imagine they're not gonna have us both doing the same work. So I don't know if she just mentioned it as like a little bit of a heads up, like, what, hey, remember this happened last night? Well, I don't know. It could be a whole nother part of whatever's about to go down. But these starships is what I'm getting as like a name, which is pulling me like a Star Trek. So I don't know if they were called starships, but like into galactic stellar starships or something. I don't, guys, I have no idea. But these things are like way more than a 5-star fucking hotel. Okay, they're not just a tiny little fucking flying saucer. It can probably hold thousands and thousands of whatever decides to come on them. That's all I'm saying. I don't know why I was seeing a field with purple flowers. Anybody know what that possibly could be? All I know is that they're here. They came in yesterday, and they're going to stop making face. And they're going to stop binging. Bing, 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 ping, 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 ping. Okay? Like, I'm at the part where I feel like I'm so evolved, like with certain stuff. I'm like, you can come and have a fucking conversation with me. I'll be the messenger. And they're choosing leaders. They're choosing certain people of just certain people that aren't even like leaderships like that. Like, I'm talking like average Joes, whatever it may be. Like, I don't know how quick this transition is going to transition. I'll put it that way. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm a little wary, but I'm definitely curious. I mean, they just came in last night. They just came in through the portal. They're not going to stick around like that. I mean, I'm wondering how they're going to get home. I mean, there's got to be other ways they can open other portals. I don't know, guys. Or if they're going to, do they stick around for an entire year and do what they have to do? Will they be in our skies for the next year? And you might have no fucking idea. Because I told you the next year or two. Well, you're going to have an idea now because I'm delivering messages. So, oh yeah, they absolutely walk around us and all that. But people are not going to be used to the whole, I don't know if they're going to make themselves known like that. Like, I think, well, I know they are, but like, I don't think they're just going to stop flying over freaking New York and this and that and Delaware and all these different places. They might. Like, I don't know. But they might, my throat chakra, clear my throat chakra. They might be here for the next 364 days. And this is all mapped out and ready to go. They're not gonna putz around and waste time. And some average Joes are pretty high up there, and they're gonna expect you to step in and start your mission. I'm pretty sure you're gonna start getting messages. Like, I'm telling you, like, I feel like I'm hoping people don't like lose their mind. Like, because some people can lose their mind with galactic energy and aliens, and you got aliens and that type of stuff haunting you when it has to do with karma and there's a particular reason. You're losing your fucking mind. But I'm just hoping like people like who they bing, they don't lose their mind. I don't think they will, because I'm not positive. I wouldn't think they would. My lips are burning again. That's like telling me it's like the new realm is here, guys. And I woke up this morning with my lips burning. And I forgot all day to look into it. And we had the new earth. We had something yesterday, right? With like the new era, the new this, like just take your time. I don't know. So, if they're coming my way and I'm going to be a messenger, I hope it's clear. It's clear cut and it's not just random things here and there and predictions. And I don't think it will be. I think it's going to be pretty fucking clear cut and they're going to start fucking communicating. They didn't waste no time. But I haven't done crystal. I haven't done that in so long. It's very strange that I even did that last night and I did it with my new crystal without even asking permission. Like typically, you guys are gonna be like, what do you mean asking permission? But like meaning like I'm constantly on my pendulum. Me, I'm telling you, like that's just the way it is for me. And the fact that I even attempted that when I only do it with, typically I've only do it with this one. And I'm in a cave, I climb in, I'm in a cave, I can't even explain it. I mean, I can, but I'm not. This one took me straight to fucking galactic energy. No hesitation. And it pulled me to something else. Like, oh, am I going to open that door to that? Which is something I experienced months ago with something. So that's definitely the crystal transmitter for galactic energy. I'm kind of excited. I don't even know what to expect, but I think it's going to be obvious. And I'm just kind of like, all right, bring it. Yeah, there's no question. Only invited souls are receiving this information. Oh, there's no question. That's a given. It is a given. And if they're here floating around in our atmosphere for the next year, ooh-wee. You want to talk about clear communication? Makes me wonder how clear that's going to be. So again, I don't know if you guys listened to that one on Natalie. It's the very end of part 2. And she's absolutely hands down talking about starships. I just don't know what part of it she's talking about, but it's what triggered me to remember last night. So she kept bringing up the politics. I know Russia's involved. She was bringing up other countries. It wasn't part of the 15 though. Like the republics of maybe 1 or 2 of them might have been. I don't know. Clear the throat chakra again. So if she knew it was something regarding like a UFO, maybe she just didn't want to call it out. I don't know. I don't know. But she made it sound like something from underneath the water coming up and being in the sky. That clearly has nothing to do with the starships I was seeing. It's not coming from underwater. But she could be channeling something else that is coming from underwater. I don't think so, but I'm also not doubting her abilities. And I did see, and there was something last night regarding water lilies. So I have no idea. But She can be onto something that's happening underneath, and I'm just seeing. I literally saw them coming straight to a planet, straight to Earth. Like I was in the atmosphere, like I was in the galaxies, like seeing it. Like I don't know what planet I was on or where I was floating or whatever was going on. But it was like 1, 2, possibly 3. And they look like flying saucers, but I'm telling you, like they're starships. And here they come. They're already here. So I feel like there's definitely 2 of them that are now going to be in our atmosphere for the next year. So a lot of the collective you're going to get binged, guys. Bing, bing, bing. I don't know how delicate it's going to be. I don't know how incognito it's going to be, or if it's going to be blatantly obvious. But whomever they choose to deliver these messages, they're chosen. And that's it. So, kind of guessing I might be one of the chosen ones. So I'm kind of really excited. This is something I never thought I'd be excited for. But I'm almost like, oh, am I a chosen one? Am I? Okay. What's next? I just don't think it's going to be in between the lines. Like how I've been like channeling and predicting and I think this is just going to come easy. Well, that's not true. Nothing's going to fucking come easy, guys. I might not even like where it ends up ultimately putting me, because I don't, I talk about the hot seat, but I don't even know what that hot seat fucking looks like. I mean, this might be a situation where, okay, freedom's gone. Like, freedom's never gone, but I won't be able to just go to the grocery store, So, I don't know, I'm not worried about that. I'm just giving you examples. Some of you may feel like you don't want to leave your house. Or some of you are going to feel like you want to be in these fields. I feel like some of you are going to be called to fields. I know this sounds fucking crazy, guys. I honestly feel like some of you are going to be called to fields. Like literally wanting to take, like I got goosebumps, like a walk or a hike or something. Like it's just going to call you. And I'm not saying you're going to see a starship, but that energy is going to be there, and you're going to get binged. I feel like the price is right or something. Like, which door are you going to choose? Like, it's here. But I also feel like Natalie is thinking is here more like on what she's picking up on more on like a karmic scenario, and they can be too, but they're not here to fuck around with the Matrix and comics who think they can do fucking Google magic. They're going to interfere if they're binging you, but they're not just here to ultimately F with the collective like that with karma. Remember a couple months ago, like galactic energy came in like that, like, but that was more 3 minutes. All right, give me 5 minutes. That was more like you want to fuck up my little human down here, my little being. Okay. Like that. So they're here and they've been here, but to have 2 starships in our atmosphere is not like anything we have ever experienced, guys. No way. Yeah, they're way past the comic stage. They just look at them as silly little fucking clown asses. But if they're going to stop messing with whoever they're binging, they're going to get binged off into another fucking planet temporarily. They don't give a shit if you're meant to be in that person's life, because If they're binging you for a reason. And you're lucky if you get to have someone in your life. So I'm definitely excited. Definitely more excited than I thought I would be, or even having this discussion feels like kind of like weird or what. Like, and this just all like happened last night when I was doing the crystal channeling. I don't even know what you'd call it. Crystal communication. I don't even know. But I do not recommend putting the crystal on your third eye for too many of you. Like this is it's like if you've already done this, you've experimented with this before. Like I'll ask certain like you feel the pulses and like strong or weak, or you can ask it to move to the left, to the right, as if it's like a pendulum. Like you can communicate with the crystal on your third eye more than you can it's a different type of communication when it's directly on your third eye than it is in your hands. I just saw something. Okay. So and I wouldn't recommend doing it all the time either. Um just talking about your pineal gland. We're just talking about. All right, well, I gotta do the dinner thing and then I'll be back. And I have a new deck. And I feel like it's a dragon deck. It's not the dragon deck I thought I was gonna get, but it's the dragon deck they wanted me to get. And as I was cleansing it, I felt like it was like, okay, here we go. It's probably gonna be a galactic deck. But if I was gonna choose like a galactic deck, I would have went with my Starman's deck. But this is this has something to do with Galactic, which is weird because like I wouldn't say it's weird. It's dragons, but I love dragons. I got a couple dragon decks. Anywho, I'm definitely gonna come back to this in a little while. I gotta cook dinner because I am literally the best one that cooks steaks. I'm the only one that gets them right. Someone wants a medium rare, and then the rest are medium. And I got zucchini and onions that I want to grill, but I have to do it because I'm also picky with my red meat, and I haven't had red meat in a while, so kind of excited. So I'll be back, but they're here and they've been here, but like this is different, guys. This is exciting. Like for some reason, like this is exciting for me. I mind blowing because like a year ago it would have been like the Ouija board. How many times does certain stuff come in? I'm like, I'm not fucking with that. I'm not reading into that. I'm not fucking with that. And now I'm like, okay, all right, right. And you guys have been with me for a long time and part of the same starseed family. Don't think you're not gonna get binged. Okay. People won't think you're nuts anymore. Well, I don't know that much about galactic energy. It's not anything I was ever like, okay. I'd more like I'll walk with the dead and hang out with ghosts, and. But now it's like galactic, but it's so ironic because even last night it was so weird. Natalie said she said something like she didn't use the word Eden, but last night I did mention like something about your own Eden, like create your own Eden, one of the reads or whatever, when I was talking about all that karmic shit and don't you dare. She made a comment like your paradise or something. Like I just look at the galactic and different planets in such a different way now. Like so ever since like an awakening, it's so eye-opening in a different way that it's not just like what people, the conception of what people actually think it is. It's just not. It's just a whole bunch of different planets. It's not just Earth. It's just, I don't even know. But I'm excited. I'm excited. See my face. I'm excited. It just like, what does this mean for America? Like, what, like, in general, like global, like, what does this mean? Like, it can start shutting down technology, shutting down. I don't even know. But it's obviously here and to shut down certain stuff where you have that reptilian energy and people that have been stuck here and they no longer want to go home. You know what I mean? And then you'll get all the ones yearning because they've learned. But like, meaning like, you put them in certain situations and you put them in big governmental, things and jobs and protecting and doing that. They're smart enough because they've already done this in a galactic world, right? So you got to be, it's like, got to be careful because we don't know what their motive is. It's not, let's attack this country and this country. They're trying to attack the galaxy, right? So I almost feel like tricks on them because the galaxy just came here to take care of what they need to take care of. Like, it's no joke. When I say like we're in the midst of history changing, we just don't see it yet because we're in the midst of it. It's huge. It's fucking huge. I'm excited. All right, I gotta cook my steak. I'll be back soon. Bye. I'll be back. I'll be back soon. We'll have this conversation.